What if I told you the secret to becoming a billionaire isn't what you think it is? It's not about the fancy cars or the private jets you see all over Instagram. In fact, those flashy displays might be the very thing holding you back from true wealth. Today, we're going to expose the real blueprint used by the ultra-rich. A blueprint that prioritizes something far more valuable than material showmanship. Stick around because this could completely change how you think about building your fortune. We're constantly bombarded with images of billionaires living these extravagant lives. The media loves to paint a picture of endless spending, luxury yachts, and designer everything. It creates this illusion that wealth is all about what you can buy. But what if that's just a distraction? What if the real currency of the super-rich isn't money but something you can't see? Think about the difference between what's often called old money and new money. One is often characterized by subtlety, a focus on legacy, and quiet influence. The other can sometimes be more ostentatious, a loud declaration of arrival. This difference hints at a deeper truth. The real differentiator for lasting generational wealth isn't what billionaires buy, but what they learn and what they do. It's not about the bling, it's about the brain. True wealth creation hinges on cultivating unique experiences and intellectual capital, not just stacking up tangible assets. We're going to dissect how strategic investments in knowledge, networks, and personal growth consistently outperform flashy spending as the ultimate blueprint for enduring success. So let's dive into the first pillar of this blueprint, the hidden curriculum of elite networks. When we talk about experience, it's easy to picture exotic travel or five-star hotels. I'm sure that's part of it. But for the world's most successful people, experience means access. It means access to conversations, ideas, and people that are simply off limits to everyone else. Think about exclusive masterminds, high-level philanthropic events, or closed-door industry summits. These aren't just parties, they're knowledge-sharing hubs. When you're in a room with a dozen other people who have built billion-dollar companies, the insights you gain are priceless. You're not just networking, you're absorbing decades of trial and error in a single evening. These environments are where new ventures are born, where groundbreaking ideas are validated, and where partnerships are forged that can change the trajectory of an entire industry. The value of one conversation in a room like that can far exceed the value of a new sports car or a luxury watch. Car depreciates the moment you drive it off the lot. Powerful connection can generate returns for a lifetime. This is the strategic power of experience. It's about placing yourself in environments where opportunity flows freely. This brings us to the second, and arguably most important pillar, investing in intellectual capital. This is the untapped goldmine that separates the good from the truly great. Top billionaires are obsessed with learning. It's a non-negotiable part of their daily routine. While many people stop formally learning after college, the ultra-successful see education as a lifelong pursuit. They understand that in a rapidly changing world, the most valuable asset you can have is an adaptive, well-informed mind. This isn't just about reading a few articles. It's about a deep, strategic commitment to intellectual growth. This might mean hiring private tutors to get up to speed on a new technology like AI or blockchain. This could be enrolling in specialized online courses from the world's best universities. It might even be dedicating entire weeks to think weeks, like Bill Gates famously does, where he isolates himself just to read and think. They are constantly seeking mentorship, not just from those older and wiser, but from younger experts who are at the cutting edge of new fields. This constant infusion of new knowledge allows them to see trends before they happen, to pivot their businesses with incredible agility, and to develop innovative solutions that their competitors never even considered. Their intellectual capital is their ultimate competitive edge. They're not just playing the game. They're constantly learning how to change the rules of the game itself. This intellectual growth isn't a cost. It's the highest return investment they can possibly make. Now let's contrast this with the alternative, the folly of showmanship. Why is a focus on flashy materialism a short-term game? First, material possessions are ephemeral. Their value is fleeting. A luxury car becomes just a used car. Fashion goes out of style. The thrill of a new purchase fades. Knowledge and experience, on the other hand, compound. The more you learn, the easier it is to learn more. The more people you connect with, the more valuable your network becomes. It's an asset that grows over time, creating a virtuous cycle of success. Second, excessive showmanship is a distraction. It dilutes focus. Building something truly significant requires immense concentration and energy. When you're constantly worried about maintaining a certain image, buying the next big thing, or showing off for others, you're diverting precious mental resources away from what actually matters: building your business, honing your skills, and creating real value. Furthermore, being overly flashy can attract the wrong kind of attention. It can make you a target, create unnecessary pressure, and limit your strategic options. The wealthiest and most powerful people often prefer to operate quietly under the radar. It gives them the freedom to make bold moves without public scrutiny. Data consistently shows that those who prioritize intellectual and experiential investments build more resilient, long-lasting wealth. It's a fortress built on a foundation of knowledge, not a house of cards built on shiny objects. The bling is temporary, but the blueprint is forever. So how can you start applying this billionaire mindset right now, regardless of where you are on your financial journey? It's about shifting your priorities. It's about creating your own blueprint for wealth, one that's based on growth, not just things. First, challenge yourself to redefine what wealth means to you. Is it just a number in a bank account? Or is it freedom, knowledge, and the ability to make an impact? When you see wealth as more than just material possessions, your entire strategy changes. Second, become a deliberate investor in your own intellectual capital. You don't need a billionaire's budget for this. Dedicate 30 minutes every day to reading a book in your field. Sign up for an affordable online course on a skill you want to acquire, whether it's coding, marketing, or public speaking. Listen to podcasts from experts while you commute. Turn your car into a university on wheels. Treat your mind like your most valuable asset, because it is. Third, start investing in experiences that expand your network and your perspective. This doesn't mean you need to get into exclusive events. It can be as simple as going to a local industry meet. It could mean reaching out to someone you admire for a coffee and a conversation. Prioritize spending money on experiences that teach you something or connect you with interesting people, rather than on another gadget you don't really need. A ticket to a conference could be a better investment than a new phone. The core message is this: start building your unique blueprint by investing in yourself, not just your stuff. The returns are infinitely higher. The path to true, enduring wealth is paved with what you know and who you know, not just what you own. That's the real secret of the billionaire blueprint. Thank you so much for watching. If this video shifted your perspective, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges the way you think about success. Let me know in the comments one way you're going to invest in yourself this week. I'll see you in the next one.